Well, hello, writers. Welcome to episode number 282 of How Do You Write? I'm Rachel Herron with this bonus mini episode on goals for 2022, quarter one. We will see if I will update you on what happened in quarter one and if I will set goals for quarter two. Goals are delicious to me. They are so good and juicy, and I love making them. I love thinking about them. I love planning. That is where I get my energy pennies, as Becca Syme would say. I get energy from planning and making goals. I don't always get the same energy pennies from following through on those plans, and I don't mind rejiggering and moving the goalposts. You've heard me talk about it before. But I think it's essential to set goals and plans so that you are at least aiming in a direction. If you leave Texas in a car, number one, good for you. No hate on Texas, but Texas, come on. If you leave Texas in a car, it is useful to know whether you're driving toward New York or LA. You don't have to have a bigger goal than that, but it is useful to know so you don't end up driving to New York on the way to LA. That's not going to be the best thing for you. So I just want to start off by saying that I participated for the first time in Sarah Cannon's HB90 planning course. She does it every quarter. And I did it at the end of 2021. She was having some hate laid on her by a writer, a really kind of vicious writer who was going after her for some things that were very untrue and rude. And I've always liked Sarah so much, and I wanted to give her some of my own money. And I had used her planner before and had gotten some things out of it, but I wanted to do the course, which was phenomenal and taught me a lot more than just using the planner did. It really sunk into my bones that goals can, and often should be perhaps, be something that is big and attainable and measurable. And then you execute things underneath those goals in order to move towards those goals. So instead of just thinking about a goal of finishing this revision and then doing a first draft of the next book, what do those add up to? And I kind of want to walk you through what I am thinking for quarter one. It is possible I'll get to the end of 2022 and haven't hit any of these things, let alone in the next 3 months. But I want to share it with you because I think it's fun to think about. And if you're listening to this and you're into it, you also think it's fun to think about. So when I looked at my priorities, let's see if I can pull those up really quickly. My vision for my life is to live a calm, lovely, healthy life of writing books that include a lot of memoir and women's fiction that help my readers making more than enough money to take care of myself, my family, and my friends. Because that's the ultimate goal. I would love to be rich enough to hire family or put them out of their jobs and just take care of them, So that's my vision. My priorities then, I need to think about them, whether they move me toward that vision or they don't move me toward that vision. This is my vision of I want to take care of myself financially well by writing books. That means I need to write some more books. I love teaching. I'm not going to stop teaching, but I don't need to put extra energy into teaching a lot more classes, although I have a really fun one coming up that I'm very excited about. But I don't think I really want to put time into making more online standalone what are they called when they're just running in the background, those classes, those ones that you can, pre-recorded classes. I don't want to do those. That's not part of my vision of writing and taking care of myself well financially. So I thought about that, and I thought about all the things that I do and all the things that I maybe shouldn't do when it comes to looking at that number one overarching vision. And I came up with 3 big goals. Underneath those are going to be tasks that I'm going to be working on to get closer to those goals. But Sarah in her class really makes clear, you can't do all the things all the time. For this quarter, what are you choosing to focus on? So in this quarter, I am choosing to focus on goal number 1, to publish and promote my books to increase average book sales per month. And I'm talking about self-published books because I cannot affect traditionally published books, to increase average book sales per month by 25% from $3,500 a month to $4,375 a month with an ROI on ads of at least 75%. So I want to increase the sales of my books by experimenting with ads, but I also want to make sure that I am getting a good return on investment from those ads. So that is my goal in order to be making more money for my books. And I'm going to talk about what falls under that too. Number 2 goal is to work on my newsletter for readers to retain active members and grow by 10%. I set this goal because growing my community of readers will build a loyal base of fans to continue buying my books. You all, my darlings, my darling writers, you're not my target market. I do have you sign up for my newsletter. I do love that you're on it. And I have to admit that I really love writing to you. I love writing about writing. I have a hard time, just like many people do. I have a very hard time writing to my fiction newsletter subscribers. I don't, or my readers, because I also write nonfiction, but I have a hard time writing them. I don't always know what to say. I don't know when was the last time I sent them an email, honestly. And I got to work on that. I would like to retain the ones I have, make them fall in love with me all over again. They joined my list because they wanted to be there. I have never done list swaps where they, or anything like that, where they just end up on my list. Everyone on my lists have always signed up on purpose. They wanted to be there, and I want to grow that list and retain the ones I have. So that's goal number 2. Goal number 3. This is a small one. It's in parentheses, but I want to double my TikTok followers to 600 people. I had 300 when I started, and I want 600 followers. I do believe that right now, Book Tock is a fun way to sell books. It might go the way of the dodo bird by the time we wake up tomorrow. Perhaps they will put in must pay to play gates, and we won't be able to do this anymore. God knows I am not selling books on TikTok right now, but I am following people who are, and I really like watching them do that. So that's a little tiny goal number 3. But then the goal, I'm going to just break down really quickly my goals with the projects that I have to support them. So goal number 1 was to publish and promote my books to increase average book sales by 25%, from 3,500 to whatever I said it was. I didn't put it on this page, to 4,375 a month. Yes, that includes the promotion part of it. But the first part of that was to publish and promote my books. And to publish includes writing and revising and having my agent sell my books and having myself self-publish books. So underneath goal 1, with the goal of making more money in my bank account by 25%, which I don't know if that's a realistic, it doesn't sound realistic, but I'm going for it anyway. My goals are to revise the book I am now calling Complete, finish that revision. That is on track to be done by the end of January. And then another goal under that is to revise that book after I get my edits back from my editor. And then another goal is to get a copy edited. I have already booked Katrina, the word bothy, to be my copy editor. And then I will revise after she gets that back to me. I will get it proofed. And while I'm waiting for those kind of edits to come back to me, I'm going to be writing the next women's fiction book that I'm so excited to write. I'm going to be working on that one. Also under that goal are to play with Facebook ads for the first book in the Cypress Hollow Yarn series, the new book, Abigail's Shop, that came out 12 years ago, but I just got the rights back to it. So I'm going to play with Facebook ads for that. I'm going to play with Facebook ads for a box set I have called Darling, what is it called? Darling Bay Beginnings, which is, I have 3 romance series set in this town of Darling Bay. And the box set has the first in series free from all 3 of those series. So it's 3 free books in one. And I'm going to work on pushing that to get people into my series and work on Facebook ads more for A Life in Stitches, my memoir. I'm also going to spend a little bit of time trying Amazon ads. Those make me nervous, but I'm going to try them. And I'm also going to continue to write my Patreon essays because that puts money into my bank account. And that is writing that I must do. That's all to support goal 1. Goal 2, which is to work on the newsletter for readers to retain active members and grow by 10%. I want to write 1 email a month, which is 1 email more a month than I'm doing right now. And I want to redo my autoresponder sequence to push each book in to push the first book in each of my series at least once, and to talk about my standalone books. I right now I think my autoresponder might be 3 emails long, and I don't think it's very good. So I need to go work on that. I also need to write or find in my old writing a new magnet for readers and offer it on my social media platforms in order to get new readers subscribed and liking me. For goal number 3 for the TikTok, my goal is to post 5 times a week and to like or comment or follow 20 times on Book Talkers sometime during the week. I like to look at TikTok on my lunch because it feels like just playing, and it's fun. So that's really easy, lightweight one. Those are my goals to do. My goals to not do are also on here. My goals to not do are to not increase my email workload. Right now, it's going great. I get my email in my inbox. It dumps into my inbox. I use Boomerang to dump my email into my inbox at 4 p.m. every day, and I try to handle it. I've been doing pretty well at getting close to inbox zero every day after 4 p.m. because after 4 p.m. my brain is pretty much toast anyway. I've done all my work I can do, but I can plow through emails. And my goal is to not let email ever interrupt me during my good hours of writing and thinking and teaching. Another goal not to do is any conference that I am already not signed up to be at. And honestly, the only one I signed up for is I am keynoting at RW and Z's national conference in, I can't remember what month, but it's on my calendar, perhaps August. And that's really exciting. And it's also in the town where I live. So that's fantastic. And I'm flattered and I'm honored and I cannot wait. But more conferences? No. I live in New Zealand now. That's practically impossible. Another goal not to do is more podcasts. I'm trying to keep, I only record 1 podcast a week unless I'm doing these bonus mini episodes. I am not stacking them. I'm so far ahead that I feel terrible that when I do interview somebody, they come out so much later than when I recorded them. So I'm not adding more into them. I'm actually reducing the time I spend in interviews, and I am not doing any more teaching other than my 90-day courses and the 15-day frolic, which is going to be so awesome. If you don't know about the 15-day frolic, me and my 2 dear friends are putting this together, and it starts mid-February. You can go look at it at rachaelherron.com/frolic. And right now we are writing the core material that you get every day for 15 days. And we're blowing our own minds. We are inspiring each other so heartily and so wonderfully and so lovingly that you really may want to be a part of this. If you have lost any of the joy in your writing, I did not mean this to be an ad, but it is so cool. I read one of their emails yesterday that made me cry. It was so beautiful. So that's at rachaelherron.com/frolic. If you want to come and play with us writing wise in February, but other classes, more teaching, nope. I'm going to keep it at what it's at. It's at a wonderful, sustainable, generative level for me right now. And I love doing it. And I don't need to do any more. I don't need to do any more than these things. So those are my goals for quarter 1. They are ambitious. I don't know if I'll hit them, but I set them. And it makes me happy to think about. And it also makes me happy to remind myself of them because it is January 14th as I record this, and I'm kind of on track. It's a miracle of the Lord. So I will keep you posted on that. I would love to hear about your goals, what you are doing. If you're watching this on the YouTube video, leave a comment down below, or just email me at rachaelherron.com. I love to hear from you and hear what you are doing and what you are planning and what you are hopeful for. Tell me all of those things. Okay, my dear, sweet writing friends. Also, don't forget to do some writing. Make it fun. Make it you. It doesn't have to be good. It just has to be done. You can make it good later. Have fun with it, my friends. Maybe we can all make that one of our goals, is to just have more damn fun with writing. I know that I am in 2022, maybe because I'm thinking about it so much with this frolic class and being really intentional about it, but everything feels more fun in terms of my creative life and, my life too. So that's good. All right. I will talk to you soon. Thank you for being here, my friends. Okay, bye.